The first one is what I'll call temperamental vulnerability. Temperamental vulnerability. Peter's temperament was such that he spoke before the words formed in his mind. Before he could process the thought was out of his mouth. And this happened multiple times over the course of his time with Jesus. In Matthew chapter 16, verse 21 to 23, it reads, "From that time Jesus began to show his disciples that he must go to Jerusalem and suffer many things from the elders and chief priests and scribes and be killed and on the third day be raised. But Peter took him aside and began to rebuke him, saying, 'Far be it from you, Lord, this shall never happen to you.' But Jesus turned back and said to Peter, 'Get behind me, Satan, you are a hindrance to me, for you are not setting your mind on the things of God, but on the things of man.'" He was prone to this weakness. That was his weakness. We are all prone to certain weaknesses, right? We have temperamental weaknesses. And every person is prone to certain weaknesses than others. It may not be that words come out of your mouth before you've thought about it, but we all have our weaknesses. Maybe a weakness is lust and indiscipline. Maybe a weakness is anger and pride and disdain for people. Maybe our weakness is fear and anxiety and constant complaining. Maybe our weakness is laziness and selfishness. But we all have our temperamental weaknesses. And being a Christian, being in the ministry does not change the fact that these are our core temperamental weaknesses, something that we will have to deal with for the rest of our lives, because it is a core temperamental weakness. Let me ask you a question. Are those in the ministry more prone to sin? I'm not looking for a yes-no answer. I'm just raising the question. Are those in the ministry more prone to sin? Let me give two suggestions to encourage the thought. Could it be that those in the ministry are under attack more? It's possible, because the devil would like nothing better to see leaders fall. But obviously we can't make that as the excuse. I do all kinds of nonsense and say, "Oh, the devil made me do it." You see, no, that's not going to work. The second reason is maybe we have the desire, what I will call shaking off the shackles. You shake off the shackles. You know how sometimes you have a busy day at work and your people don't cooperate with you, things go wrong, nothing goes right, and then at the end of the day you want to shake off the shackles, and so you go and eat a whole bunch of junk food, right? Or you go do a whole bunch of shopping that you can't afford because you just want to shake off the shackles. Is it possible that because we are in the ministry, because we have to have holiness, and we talk about Jesus and we talk about the gospel all the time, there is a part of us that wants to shake off the shackles and do sin just because we are in shackles all the time? I don't know. But we have temperamental weaknesses.